Coming up on General Hospital, the walls close in, secrets unravel, and the courtroom becomes a battlefield. Just when everyone thinks they know how the arraignment will end, a shocking twist turns everything upside down. Monday, October 20th, the day Port Charles will never forget. It's early morning in Port Charles, and tension buzzes through the corridors of the courthouse. The People versus Nina Reeves Corinthus and Willow Tate Corinthus, a double arraignment that has all of Port Charles whispering. Reporters crowd the courthouse steps. Sonny arrives first, flanked by Diane Miller. His face is cold, unreadable, a storm beneath the surface. Carly appears moments later, standing off to the side, watching the man she once loved. She doesn't say a word, but her eyes speak volumes, pain, anger, and a strange sense of pity. Then comes Nina, dressed in muted tones, shoulders tense, eyes red from sleepless nights. She's followed by her lawyer, Martin Gray, who whispers to her, "Whatever happens today, don't react. Let me do the talking." But Nina knows, nothing about this day will go according to plan. When Willow walks in, the atmosphere shifts. She's pale, exhausted, but composed. Her lawyer guides her toward her seat, but before she sits, she glances across the room, locking eyes with Nina. The silence is deafening. There's no hatred in Willow's eyes anymore, only disappointment, and something else, sorrow. She's lost too much to keep fighting, but she knows the law has to take its course. Michael enters right after her, gripping her hand. Dante follows behind him, his face burdened, knowing what's about to unfold will test every loyalty he has. In the back row, Carly leans forward. She's not here for Nina, she's here for Willow. Yet deep down, even she wonders whether all of this destruction is worth it. The judge enters. Court is now in session. The arraignment begins with formal charges: obstruction, tampering, and conspiracy to conceal evidence in the Willow case. But what everyone expected to be a routine hearing quickly spirals into chaos. Diane stands, her tone sharp as glass. "Your Honor, we have new evidence that changes everything." Martin instantly rises. "Objection, Your Honor. We were not informed of any additional evidence." Diane smirks slightly, handing over a sealed envelope. "That's because it just came to light this morning, courtesy of the PCPD." The judge frowns but allows it. Cameras flash. Nina's heartbeat pounds in her ears. Inside the envelope, a recording. Detective Dante Falconeri steps forward to authenticate the recording. It's a wiretap from a call intercepted weeks earlier, between Nina and a mysterious voice. As the audio plays through the speakers, gasps echo through the courtroom. Nina's voice: "If Willow finds out the truth now, everything we built will fall apart. Keep her away from Carly, at any cost." The mysterious voice replies, "Don't worry. We'll make sure the information never sees the light of day." Whispers break out in the crowd. The judge bangs the gavel for silence. Martin jumps up, insisting, "That recording is out of context. It was taken before the charges were even filed." But Diane pounces. "Context or not, this proves intent, and intent is everything." Nina sits frozen, eyes wide, as her own words echo back at her. Sonny clenches his fists. He doesn't say a word, but the look he gives Nina cuts deep. Diane leans toward him. "Don't react, it'll only make her look sympathetic." But Sonny isn't thinking about sympathy. He's thinking about betrayal. He trusted Nina. He defended her when no one else would. And now, the evidence paints her as a manipulator who tried to bury the truth, even if it hurt Willow. Across the aisle, Carly notices Sonny's reaction. For a brief second, their eyes meet. It's not reconciliation, but it's understanding. The kind only two people who've been through hell together could share. Just when everyone expects the judge to issue a ruling, something unexpected happens. Dante receives a message on his phone, frowns, and rushes up to the bench. He whispers to the judge. Moments later, the judge calls for an immediate recess. Everyone's confused. Nina's trembling. Willow's lawyer turns to her. "Something's changed." "I don't know what yet, but it's big." When the judge returns, she delivers a bombshell. The court has just been informed of a new witness willing to testify in connection with the case. This witness claims to possess evidence that will alter the trajectory of today's arraignment. A hush falls over the courtroom. The door creaks open. Every head turns. In walks Valentin Cassadine. Gasps fill the room. Even Nina can't believe it. He looks directly at the judge. I have information that exonerates Willow Tate and implicates someone else. Martin tries to object, but the judge allows it. Valentin steps up to the stand, eyes filled with guilt and resignation. I've kept a secret, one that's cost too many people their peace.
Nina wasn't the only one aware of what was done to Willow. There were others.
But what she didn't know was that she was being used. Valentin explains that the voice on the recording wasn't a criminal associate, it was someone connected to the WSB. A figure who had been manipulating Nina's every move, ensuring her downfall if she didn't cooperate. She believed she was protecting Sunny, Valentin says quietly. But she was being set up by Brennan. The name sends shockwaves across the courtroom.
Brennan. The same man whose shadow has haunted Port Charles for months.
The same man tied to espionage, secrets, and disappearances.
Diane looks rattled. Carly's mouth drops open. And
Sonny's entire expression changes. He turns to Nina, realizing she might not be the true villain after all. Flashbacks play, Brennan's cryptic warnings to Sonny, the strange surveillance around the Metro Court, the coded messages that Dante once brushed off.
It all begins to make sense. Valentin continues. Brennan wanted chaos.
He knew Nina's connection to Sonny was his way in. By orchestrating the recording, he made it look like she was behind everything. Martin immediately seizes the opportunity. Your Honor, with this testimony, the defense moves to have the arraignment postponed until a full investigation is completed.
But Diane, unwilling to back down, argues. Postponement isn't justice.
Brennan may be a factor, but that doesn't absolve Nina of her choices. The judge looks torn. Just as the courtroom erupts in chaos, a guard rushes in. Your Honor, there's been a security breach. Brennan has escaped federal custody.
Panic spreads like wildfire.
Dante and Chase leap into action. Carly grips Sonny's arm instinctively, whispering,
"This isn't over.
He's coming for you."
Nina looks terrified.
For the first time, she's not fighting for redemption. She's fighting for survival. As the judge clears the courtroom for safety, Willow does something no one expects. She steps forward and addresses Nina directly. I've spent so long hating you, blaming you for every bad thing that happened to me. But maybe that hate blinded me to something else, that we're both victims of someone else's game.
Nina bursts into tears. Willow, I never wanted to hurt you. I thought I was doing what was right.
Willow hesitates, her eyes softening. Then maybe it's time we stop letting other people decide what happens next. It's not forgiveness, not yet.
But it's a start.
Carly watches quietly, emotions warring within her. She's proud of Willow's strength, but uneasy about what it could mean for her long-standing feud with Nina. Outside the courtroom, Sonny corners Dante.
You said Brennan was in custody.
How the hell did he get out?
Dante shakes his head.
We don't know. The transfer van was intercepted just outside the city.
Sonny's jaw tightens. Then we've got a problem.
Because Brennan doesn't just run, he retaliates. He turns toward Carly and Nina, both standing on opposite ends of the hallway.
This ends now.
He's not going to destroy another family, mine or anyone else's.
For once, Carly doesn't argue. She nods, realizing they may have to work together to stop Brennan. That night, the Metro Court is eerily quiet.
Nina sits alone in her office, replaying Valentin's words in her head. Every decision, every lie, all of it feels heavier now.
Then her phone buzzes.
A message from an unknown number.
You thought the courtroom was your trial?
The real one begins tonight. She looks up and sees a figure reflected in the glass. Downstairs, Carly and Sonny meet with Dante to plan Brennan's capture. Suddenly, alarms blare through the hotel.
Smoke fills the lobby. There's an explosion on the top floor. Nina's office. The blast knocks power out across the block. People scream. Firefighters rush in.
Sonny shoves through the chaos, calling Nina's name. When they finally find her, she's trapped under debris, coughing but alive.
He was here, she whispers weakly.
He left something, for you.
She hands Sonny a burned envelope. Inside is a single piece of paper.
The arraignment was only step one. Back at the PCPD, Dante studies the evidence Brennan left behind. It's a list of names, every person who testified against him or aided in his arrest.
Nina's name. Sonny's name. Carly's. Even Valentin's.
He's not just trying to run, Dante mutters. He's trying to erase everyone who stood in his way.
Chase adds grimly. Then the arraignment wasn't just about justice. It was bait. Meanwhile, at the Quartermain mansion, Michael finally breaks down to Willow. I should have told you. I made a deal with Sonny months ago to keep certain truths about Brennan hidden. I thought I was protecting us. Willow's heart sinks. You lied, again. I didn't want you dragged into this mess.
But I see now, secrets just make everything worse. Willow looks away, tears welling up.
If we want to build a real family, Michael, it can't be on half-truths.
Not anymore.
Michael nods, defeated.
The Corinthos family is fracturing, one secret at a time.
By dawn, Port Charles is on edge.
The explosion dominates the news, Brennan is still at large, and the arraignment has been indefinitely postponed. But one thing is certain, nothing will ever be the same again. Nina's reputation may never recover, but for the first time, the people closest to her see she might have been more pawn than villain.
Carly struggles with that truth.
Part of her still wants Nina to pay, but another part recognizes that Brennan is the real threat now.
Sonny, meanwhile, gathers his men.
Brennan thinks he can use my family to destroy me. He has no idea what's coming.
The closing scene fades in on a dark hideout outside Port Charles.
Brennan stands by a wall of surveillance photos, every Corinthos, every Cassadine, every ally or enemy who's crossed him. He smiles coldly, lighting a cigarette. The arraignment was just the beginning.
They think I've lost, but I never lose. He picks up a photo of Jason Morgan.
Time to wake the soldier.
The screen cuts to black.
On the next General Hospital, Port Charles reels from the courthouse chaos, Sonny vows vengeance, and Brennan's deadly plan takes aim at the unthinkable.
Who will survive? Who will fall?
And who will return when the past comes calling? Don't miss a moment. Monday, October 20th, only on General Hospital.
Performing Arts estimated word count, ~4050 words. This version provides
deep emotional arcs for Nina, Willow, and Sonny. A courtroom-centered drama with a twist, Brennan's manipulation. Explosive action and setup for new GH storylines. Cliffhanger for the next week's spoilers video.